Good morning, y'all. Welcome to another video on the Luderco Arms channel. This video, I don't know how long it'll be, but we're going to do a tool review. So, little background. I bought this ratchet off of the Snap-on truck in somewhere around 1996. You can see the handle is pretty worn. It has seen a lot of use. The swivel head's a little loose. Everything on it still works like a charm though. And the reason I bought this ratchet is because this head swivels around like this. And back in the 90s, if you were around and pulling on wrenches, you remember the Buicks and Oldsmobiles that had the transverse mounted V6s with the back row of spark plugs up against the firewall, and how much fun those were to get out. This right here did the trick for those. It was that's the main reason I bought it, was getting those spark plugs out of those engines, because at the time I was working at a GM dealership and needed that. But ever since I bought it, I always liked the design. So it's got a little screw here, and that will pull these together, tighten up the swivel so it's not flopping around. You can, make it however tight or loose you want it. Now this one is starting to be a little bit worn in here, but then again, I've had this thing for a very long time. You can see it's got some play right there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it still works, and it's been awesome. It's a 3/8 drive. So the other week ago, I was on Amazon looking for Christmas presents for the family. And as often happens when I get on Amazon, I started looking at whatever Cherokee parts they had, whatever tools they had. They had all the sales up. And I saw these right here, which are Olsa tools, which are made in Taiwan. But I've heard decent things about them. So I figured, since I already had the Snap-on 3/8 version, and these look like they're basically a direct copy, I would get the 1/4-inch drive and the 1/2-inch drive ones to go with it. So these are 90-tooth ratchets. This little 1/4-inch drive one is part number 1250, and this 1/2-inch drive one is part number 1248. So we'll pop these out of the box and take a look at them. We'll compare them to the original. I'm not positive if Snap-on designed this ratchet or if they copied it from somebody else. The only one I've ever seen was this Snap-on one until I saw these on Amazon. But like I said, I've had this Snap-on one forever. It's been awesome for getting in tight spots. So set this down here for a second, and we'll pop one of these open. So I opened these earlier. Well, I opened the box earlier just to take a look at them. And full disclosure, this is not sponsored. I bought these for me. They weren't super expensive. I think the 1/2-inch drive one was 35 bucks. I think this one was cheaper than that. So to look at it, it's the same basic design. It's got the little cross bolt to tighten the swivel. That sounds good. got the Olsa tools and the part number laser engraved on it. And one thing I noticed right away when I opened this box, and that's why I got this other snap-on ratchet out here, is if you look at the handle of this, now the one I have from back in the 90s has the plastic handle, but if you look at the handle on this ratchet, and then you look at the handle on this snap-on ratchet, you can kind of see where they might have got the idea for the handle shape. It doesn't have the part here where they do the engraving on the snap-ons, but I mean, there's no mystery where they got the shape of the handle from. But I can tell you that this ratchet back in the 90s, I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, because like I said, I got it off the Snap-on truck. But I guarantee you, I could buy a whole lot of these for one of these back in the 90s. So that's the little 1/4-inch drive one, and that looks good. The handle on it is, get the old tape measure here, and looks like it is about 6 inches long or so, plus or minus. 1/4-inch drive, I mean, you don't need a big long thing. But so there's that. And then we have the 1/2-inch drive one here. Get these out of the way. And same thing, same design. I mean, it is an exact, just, there's not much difference at all in the design. It's got the cross bolt there for tensioning the swivel, so you can make it as tight or as loose as you like. And again, obvious where they copied that handle design from. Ratchet feels pretty good. Definitely a 90 tooth. But yeah, it's handy because you can get in somewhere and you can get at whatever angle you need. I like them. Let's see. See how long this one is. So the 1/2-inch drive one is about 11.5 inches long. And just for comparison, my original Snap-on 3/8 drive one is just a hair over about 11.5 inches long. So now they're definitely, these aren't made for, you know, you're not going to be putting 200 foot-pounds of torque on with a flex head ratchet. That's just not what the design was made for. Now if you got one like this old Snap-on one, you can put a lot more torque on it. But again, I've broken the bolts in these plenty of times putting too much torque. That's not what these are. These aren't designed to be breaking loose high torque bolts or putting high torque on them. They're made to get into tight spaces, and they do it very well. So time will tell how these last, but looking at them, I don't see where there's going to be any. Yeah, they even did a pretty good job copying the design of the switch on the back. Yeah, it's they definitely copied the design well, no doubt about that. And I don't see any reason why these ones won't last just as long as this Snap-on one for about an 1/18 of the price, or maybe even a 25th of the price. It's, you know, if you've ever been on the Snap-on truck, you know how expensive that crap is. I got plenty of it from when I was younger, but as I've grown older, I've figured out that if I can buy the same tool that does the same job and save a bunch of money, then, well, I would love to buy all American stuff And used to be all I ever had was Craftsman, which brings us to this. The other reason I bought this is because back in the 90s, 3/8 drive ratchet from Craftsman, and this is an excellent ratchet, but you can see how short that handle is. You're not gonna, it's just not as useful. So it'd be nice if they could make some American-made tools without the snap-on markup. I love snap-on tools, but let's be honest, there's no way in hell that one of these ratchets is several $100s to manufacture. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. Especially because you can get like a Proto or something else. You know, there are other tools made in the USA, and I prefer to buy made in the USA stuff, but sometimes you just can't find it. Like these, and you know, full disclosure, I haven't been looking for them. They just happen to pop up on my Amazon feed. But when I bought this one, I've never seen another one like it until I saw these on Amazon. Now they're probably out there, because let's be honest, I've got plenty of tools. I'm not usually looking to buy more, but every once in a while you just have to splurge, and the price was right. Like I said, 35 bucks for this ratchet. That's not bad at all. That's a pretty good deal. So like I said, they're not sponsored. I just saw them on there and I liked them, and I thought it was kind of funny because as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh yeah, I recognize the handle design. I know exactly where they got that. I know exactly where they copied the whole thing from. You can see it. So I don't know if this will help anybody, but there they are. Olsa Tools flexible head ratchets. You can get them on Amazon. That's where I got them. I don't know where else they sell them. And they're made in Taiwan, so a freedom country. They're not made in China. They're made in Taiwan. It says so. Get the box right here. There we go. Made in Taiwan. So at least they are made in a free country. They're not made in China. For now. And apparently distributed out of Canada. So that's them. The Olsa Tools half-inch. They also make a 3/8 drive, but since I already had the old snap-on one that still works, I didn't buy that one. But so that's it. Olsa Tools swivel head ratchets. We appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you in the next video, and hopefully here pretty soon. We've been doing a lot of hurricane cleanup and all that stuff, so hopefully pretty soon we can get back to videos, you know, working on this or working on other stuff. I promise you, we haven't stopped. It's just been quite a lot going on around here with the hurricane and then the drunk woman destroying our other cars, so we will be getting back to the Cherokee and all the other good stuff, more guns and all that good stuff here shortly. So y'all have a good one.